Emily 610 reacts. Kicking it with A Money. Welcome back to another episode. So basically, this one's gonna be about what I do when I'm in Florida with my dad for the 2 times out of the year. My parents, by the way, just a side note, my parents are still together. I don't want people thinking that like my parents are divorced, so I have to come out here and spend time with my pops. Um, but like no, my parents are still together. My mom comes out. My dad just spends time because he's retired, and we have a house in Florida, so it's a vacation home. So what I do in Florida, so basically we get down here. So in the summer, in the winter months, like the early parts of the year, I'm home in PA, so I'm not in Florida. But the early parts of the year, I'm home in PA, and then like sometimes we'll come down. Like this year, we came down in October, and we came down in October for a week. It's been a week here, and then my dad comes down and spends 2 months in January to April. He spends like 2 months, January 30th to April. So I drove down with my dad. So we drive down and I fly home. I fly home in a week and a half, or a week and a half, I think. And I fly home and then I fly back down. So basically, what we do when I'm down here is what I'm going over with y'all. So we watch movies a lot. We go out to eat. We go to the mall and get Cinnabon because the Cinnabon near my house closed. I get Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee. Make my own coffee at home. I have a couple cigars. Sometimes with my dad, I'll have a cigar with my dad. This is what me and my dad do. So basically, what we do, we and then we like my mom when she comes down, we do things with her. Like I'll do. Sometimes I'll go to breakfast with my father too. That's another thing I do with my dad. They'll go swimming. I don't go swimming. There's a swim when it's warm out here because sometimes like Wednesday it's gonna be 70 degrees and warm. So tomorrow it's gonna be really cold, but then Wednesday it's gonna be really warm. Like today it's freezing. But tomorrow it's gonna be really warm. So, or no, Wednesday is gonna be really warm. So what we do sometimes we go swimming. There's like a pool in our condo where we live, in our like condominium, in our like area where we live. There's like 4 pools, and so we go to the mall. When we go to the mall, it's another thing we do. We go to the mall. I always get a lids and I get a hat. So I get a lids and I get a hat. Um, Shout out to lids. Um, but and I sometimes go to. I always do another thing. I go to bed early. I go to bed. We watch movies. We have special dinners. We have. I see my aunt. Oh, another thing. I see my aunt and uncle. It's not to see my aunt and uncle because they have a house in the same condo in the same area that we have a house in. So we go over to their condo. I think there's in this complex there's like 3,000 homes or something. It's crazy like that. And there's a bunch of condos, and there's like there's part where like there's estates with like cost like $1.2 million and shit in here. So we live in the condos though. We're not like crazy. We don't have a crazy amount of money, so we live in the condos. It's a nice small condo with like a bed, a master bedroom, and then like a bed. This turns into a bed. This couch, and then the bed where I sleep in the other room when no one's here. When people are here, like when we have my brother come up sometimes. That's another thing. My brother sometimes comes up. When he comes up, I sleep in here. So I'll sleep in here. I'll get up and I'll just go out that door. That y'all can't see, but um, yeah, so that's basically what I do, bro. I do that, and then I do reactions. I do videos when I'm down here. So like y'all are gonna get a reaction in this. I do reactions when I'm down here. Sometimes I like to connect music people with music people. Sometimes, I relax. I watch movies. Like I said, I watch movies with my pops. I just watched a movie tonight with my pop father. Um, yeah, but as far as what we do, that's pretty much it. We just go to the mall, we go swimming, we go shopping, we go to the movies sometimes. With the movies one year because it was so bad weather. The weather was so bad and we didn't have anything else to do, so we're like, why don't we go to the movies? Oh, we go bowling? Another thing too. We go bowling, and we go bowling. There's this robot that brings your food out. Like the food gets put on it by a server, and that's it. That's the robot like walks it. The robot takes it all the way to you, and you just take the food off the robot, and the robot goes back and goes to somebody else's dock where you have the ball and everything. I don't know if it's called a dock, but whatever it's called, wherever you bowl at, lane. It takes it to your lane. It takes the food right to your lane. Your drinks and your food. Shout out Headpins. Like, the place goes crazy. In Florida, if you've ever been to Headpins, that's a tough place to go. You should check out some attractions. I'm gonna tell you to check out is Headpins. One year we did Top Golf. That's also in New Jersey, but there's one out here too. There's a Top Golf. There is, what else is there to do? There's a lot of stuff. Movies. There's like a movie theater. There's a bunch of stuff. You know, it's a great place to come and enjoy. Come down here to Fort Myers, Florida. There's Fort Myers Beach as well. One year when I was down here, I went to the beach. And with my brother, we drove to the beach. And my brother and I drove to the beach and we spent the day there. And it was a long drive though, because it was like a bumper to bumper traffic. It was like an hour. It should have been like 45 minutes. It was 50 or 15 even. But there's a lot of shops. We go shopping one year. We go out to eat sometimes. You know, we spend a lot of time doing a lot of different things. That's what we do down here, y'all. Sometimes I have friends that come down and stay with me. A friend to come down. If my dad allows it. But, you know, usually it's just me and my dad. And then I'll be back here in 2 weeks. Or in like 4 weeks or whatever. I'll talk to my dad on FaceTime, of course. But, he stays down here, I go home, and I go back to work. And then I go back down towards the end of March, and I stay till still April, and then when we come home back to Philly. And I stay there until the end of next year, until it gets cold again. So we're here like once a year when it's like cold, because my dad likes to come down here and play golf. So that's the only thing my dad does. He plays golf. So I don't play golf. So sometimes I used to go swimming, but I don't swim anymore. But there's an option to go swimming here. There's like a pool here. There's a food at the pool. You can get food at the pool. There's like I think there's like 3 or 4 pools in this complex. That's what's called a complex, the word I was looking for earlier. So my aunt lives in this complex as well. So there's there's a gym too. So if you want to work out while you're here, you can drive to the gym or walk to the gym if you're close. But yeah, that's what I do in Florida. And my sister know, kicking it with A Money, we out. Peace.